All right, a big question for Braves fans. Will the Braves be a contender for the wild card in the playoffs, or will they strike out?
Phil Shanks joins us with more on the Braves and tonight's game in this week's BS Report.
2 weeks ago, I wrote in the Macon Telegraph the Atlanta Braves were going to win the wild card. Book it, I wrote. It's over. At that time, the Braves had an 8.5-game lead in the wild card over St. Louis and San Francisco, and it looked like, even with 3.5 weeks left, that the Braves were in good position to win the wild card. But now, with just over a week left, the Braves are in trouble. They have a 2.5-game lead on St. Louis, a 2-game lead in the loss column, and last night in Florida, the Braves got beat on a dramatic home run by Omar Infante, their former player, off of Craig Kimbrell, who's been outstanding all year long. It was a heartbreaking loss. It was the type of loss that a team in contention really can't afford to have. One of the keys will be how the Braves bounce back tonight in Game 2 of the series down in Florida. They have Randall Delgado, a young kid, on the mound, and it is crucial they get a good pitching performance and a good game tonight. If this team comes out flat tonight, the Braves may be in trouble and may even be done. A lot of times you have to wonder of how a team reacts to a heartbreaking loss, and believe me, if you saw the faces on those players last night, you know how heartbreaking that loss was for that team last night. They had bounced back after losing or being down 4-1, had the lead, had their closer coming out, and then a tough play by Chipper Jones at third allowed the tying run coming on to the base, and then the 2-run home run by Omar Infante to win the game for Florida. So now how will they bounce back? The Braves have had a tough month of September, and part of the reason is Brian McCann, who, believe it or not, now since the All-Star break is hitting under 200. That's right, Braves All-Star catcher Brian McCann hitting 197 since the All-Star break. That's been a big problem for them because they've lost that production. Jason Hayward, who hit a home run last night, still struggling overall since the All-Star break. Martin Prado is struggling as well. And if not for Chipper Jones hitting 333 since the break, and, of course, Dan Uggla's second-half resurgence, this team would be in big trouble offensively. That's the problem. They've had good starting pitching in the first half, poor offense at times, and you just never know what you're going to get from this team. And, of course, part of the problem is that Tommy Hanson and Jair Jurgens, two guys who were in the Cy Young conversation at the first part of the season, are 2-6 since the All-Star break and are probably not going to pitch in October. We'll find out about Hanson later on this week. But the Braves have got to bounce back tonight or they're going to be in serious trouble. They have the lead. They are in the catbird seat here, so to speak, but they have to have a good game tonight in Florida, or it's going to be very tough for them to get out of this hole, especially if the Cardinals keep on winning. The Braves have been in position to win this thing all second half, and it'll be a crying shame if they choke and lose it.